Norm is in the house, my friend. One of his favorite days of the month. The other one's probably a new moon, but hi, Norm. I just made you the presenter on a full moon. So how are you, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear, Moon Man.
All right. What do I do to get in and show my stuff?
Well, there's a drop. You've been here before, so you hit the share screen option up there.
All right. Share screen. I see a box popped up. It should show. Oh, there you go. Show my screen. I'm going to click on that, I guess.
There you go.
And you can see my screen now?
Yeah. Let's get started.
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me, full moon here today, buddy. The thing that I cover a lot is what's happening with currencies. So be interesting if we get some type of peak in the dollar index, low in euro over the next couple of days. So what are you showing us?
I'm going to be talking about that, but do you see my screen now?
Got it.
Okay, we're going to talk about, I'm going to stick my neck guy way out here now so it can get chopped off. And
Love it.
I'm going to stick my...
Love it, Turkey, man.
There you go. And so here you go. One of my specialties are giving people the intraday times for little turns in the S&P. Okay, I don't know how many of you folks trade futures or not, or maybe you got a platform on your Forex platforms to trade the S&P. I'd recommend the futures. It might be a little better, but I don't know. Here you go. Here's your times. Write them down. These are all U.S. Eastern Daylight Time. That's, if you're not familiar with where that is, that's like New York time or GMT minus 4 hours, right? So here's your times. Write them down. If I'm putting my neck out on the line, I'm gonna trust you folks are gonna follow up and take maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the next 24 hours to look at these times and see if maybe the market turned at these times, because I got a guy, just for example, one of my students have been a young guy, so I was kind of monitoring him closely and helping him out. And he started out with a $6,000 account, and in 3 months ran it up to $33,000. Trade 1 lots. Wow, that's pretty good. That's $9,000 a month. That's better than working at Walmart,
Yeah.
Welcome to Walmart.
I heard he trades from Walmart.
There you go.
So he has a secondary source of income.
Okay. Welcome to Walmart, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here you go. Here you got 9:42 a.m. That's 9:55 a.m. And there's our full moon this morning, 1 hour from now, roughly a little more one hour from now at 10:20 a.m. Then we have 11:45. We have a 12:01 p.m. We have a 12:29 p.m., 12:53 p.m., a 2:34 p.m., and a 3:38 p.m. Write these down. It's a busy day. This is probably above normal, the average number of times I have per day. Usually I'd say the average is usually about 6 or 7, and this is 9, right? So check these out.
What do the source numbers mean? That it's a confluence of events? So
I'll know if I want to go back and check these, or if I follow up with somebody, I'll know where to look. They're all they all come from the same page, just a matter of where on the page you look, so it makes it.
Oh, I see. So that's the page, the source.
No, everything comes from the same page.
Okay.
It's just where on the page. That's all. It makes life a little simpler. That's all. But speaking of simple, trading can't get any easier than this. I could teach a grade school kid to do this. All you got to do is, if the market declines into one of these times, you look to buy it within a couple of minutes. If it goes up into one of these times, you look to sell it within a couple of minutes and use a 2-handle stop loss. I think my experience is this works about 75% of the time. Okay. Can it get any easier, Dale? I don't know. If you got some way to make this simpler, I don't know how to do that.
Three drive formation.
What's that?
JRL 3 drives.
Okay. Well, then you got to
count many ways to skin a cat, man.
Then you got to count 3 drives. You don't even have to count anything here. You don't need any moving averages. Don't need any oscillators. You don't need to count any waves or recount any waves.
Yeah. You just need a good clock.
That's it.
Yeah.
You probably got a
Know
clock
what?
on your.
Know where
Probably
the
got a,
big hand and the little hand are.
you don't even have to do that anymore. They got digital clocks on your computer, so they'll spell it out for you. Okay.
Yeah, that's
You don't
how
have
you
to be
know how
smart.
they used to tell time at the Michael Jackson estate.
Okay, I'll play
Or
along.
when it was bedtime, when the
Okay.
big hand was on the little hand.
Okay, there you go. Ba-bum-bum. And I'll give you
All
the
right, good.
I'll give you the rim shot there. You know, ba-bum-bum.
I like it. Yeah, Benny Youngman.
There you go. Okay.
All right, so are you trading this? Are you that
I,
active? Because you're kind of,
I
we're
made my
senior
living
citizens.
doing this for many, many years. I went on the floor when I was on the CBOE. This is what I did.
Are the times the same now as they used to be?
Yeah, nothing's changed. Listen,
Wow.
Dale, there's a book out there called Non-Random Walk Down Wall Street, which refutes the whole idea that the market is random. It's an MIT professor, and he talks about how the Mesopotamians and the Babylonians were trading on the moon.
Okay.
Okay? Thousands of years ago. Nothing has changed. Human nature has not changed. Until human nature changes, this stuff will continue to work.
Okay. Nothing
This
new under
stuff
the
is
sun.
better than all the algorithms in Wall Street. Take all your PhDs and all your computers in Wall Street, pile them up as high as you want. There's no way they're going to be as good as what I have, because this is based on nature. All their formulas and stuff are trying to replicate what I'm doing. They just don't know it. It's all based on what human nature does, human psychology. We're
Right.
part of nature. We're a part of this universe. We're part of the solar system. Okay?
Yeah.
Nature is genius. That's where the genius lies. I don't have to be
Right.
smart. I just have to listen to the genius, which is nature, which is the solar system.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, so
Okay, I
guys,
got the
write
time
these
up there. Hopefully
times down.
everybody. What's
Take
that
a
again?
screenshot.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I told everyone to take a screenshot so they
Yeah,
have
exactly.
the times. Yeah.
Hopefully everybody had enough time to write those times down. And you're gonna, if it doesn't work within 5 minutes, either don't do it, or if you did a demo trade or something, get out. Right? That's that simple.
Okay,
Usually
that's
these
your
work
other
within,
parameter. You give
usually
it
these
5
work,
minutes.
usually these work within
5 minutes and two handles, whichever comes first.
Exactly.
Or a profit. Okay.
Yeah, what I'd recommend is, if a trade starts going your way, just put a little trend line under if you're going up, you put a little trend line under the bottoms. If you break the trend line, you get out. Going down, put a little trend line on the tops. You break the trend line, get out. That's it. It can
Okay.
get you're going to come up with something, but I'd like to say I don't think it can get any use to you. Right?
Yeah, it's the first time you've shown this during your
I might have done it once before.
Oh, really?
All right, coming
Okay.
up here now on page 2, we have what's coming up in the bigger picture. So I went back a couple of days just so we could kind of get the background here. And I had a thing for last week for, look at that. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, and Neptune is the planet of oil. Neptune is oil. What happened last week? All of a sudden, oil, after going up for weeks and weeks and weeks, finally broke, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because we got more oil all of a sudden,
Uh-huh.
There you go. So now the point is, I'm leading up to the full moon here. So these markets that look like they're on big trends now have just turned recently. The full moon might give us a little head fake, everybody might say, oh, that oil's going way down now. Well, I would, I'd be careful, because these full moons, I don't know if any of your folks, when I come on here every couple months, if they go and take the 10 minutes it takes to go check the markets with these full moons and new moons, it's very simple, and find out that this stuff works really well. So anyway, here's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be taking a look at cocoa. We're going to look at hogs. We're going to look at oil. We're going to look at stocks. We're going to look at T-bonds. Let's see, what else do I have on my shopping list here? There we go. We got going to take a quick look at grains, a couple of grains, and got gold and so forth, right? So here we go. Here's your cocoa. As you can see, cocoa has been coming down, down, down.
One of my associates said Neptune is oil rather than Jupiter.
That's what I just said.
Oh, you said it. Oh, okay.
I said Neptune is oil.
Okay.
Well, you got somebody there who does this?
He does harmonics, and he's a very esoteric, snappy dresser from Portugal. Very talented guy.
I'd
He
love it.
caught the crude on the downside.
All right, I would love it if he gave me a call or something, you know.
Okay.
All right, so I love the compare notes or something, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so the cocoa topped out there. It had been going up, 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 up all the way till late April, topped out, and now we're coming down, down, down. I think we're coming down to support, and we got a full moon coming up right now in an hour. So watch out for a possible turn for that, for the cocoa here in the next, the full moon doesn't work. Some of these times I gave you intraday times, which worked within a few minutes. The full moon is kind of the exception to the rule, and then and usually, well, maybe it worked for the stock market, but usually doesn't work for most markets to the minute. Usually it's within 1 day. Okay.
Right.
So by tomorrow, you should be, if these things are going to reverse, they should reverse by tomorrow. If they don't, you get out, you know?
Okay. So the cocoa, if you bought it, the last bar is what, yesterday's bar or today?
All my charts are as of last night.
Okay. So I don't know what cocoa's doing today, but you expect a reversal between
Yeah, you can see my
today
green
and
line.
tomorrow.
You
Okay.
can see my green support lines there. So maybe down 50 points, not more than 100 points lower.
Yeah.
And we should find us some support. Obviously, if you just look, if you read a chart, you know that you start taking out these support levels here, then you got the elevator is going to be on express going down, you know, for several levels, you know, right?
Right.
So this is it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go move ahead now. Here's your hogs. Now here's an example of a market that I would not want to do because it's in the middle of the channel. We're looking for markets that are at an extreme. The cocoa is near an extreme. It's near the bottom of its channel. That's what we're looking for. And that's where you're going to get your reversals. It's Newton's law. Maybe if you remember your high school physics, for every action, there's a opposite equal reaction. So we're looking for a market that's had a big move. And now we're looking for it to possibly reverse. But if it's in the middle of the channel, the hogs can't decide whether they want to go to their trough, a little hog humor there, Dale, or go to the top of the hog house there or whatever. So they are playing around in the middle, you know. So that's a good example of the kind of thing you want to avoid if there's for some reason the hogs had a little mini panic here and got to the bottom of their channel today, then maybe we'd consider it. You know?
Okay. Well, the crude certainly is an extreme. It lost close to 10% in a week.
There you go. So now we're coming down to what I think is probably some kind of support level, either here or here. And I would say that if this is going to reverse, it's going to have some kind of bounce or something. It's probably going to do that in the next maybe 24 hours, you know?
Yeah, starting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
T-bonds are kind of interesting because I think, is there anybody in the world who has not been bearish on T-bonds? After all, the Federal Reserve has told us that interest rates are going up, right?
Yeah, we weren't bearish. We were looking for this recent rally. So are you saying that the bond rally could peak too within 24 hours?
But, you know, but shorter. But looking back here, what's interesting is this did the unthinkable. Bonds took out their little downtrend here. Now they're popping up here. But now I think we're up to a resistance level here. I think
at least for a trade.
I think we can get a little short-term top here. Does that go along with you, Dale?
Could be. Yeah.
Okay. Here's your dollar. You asked me about the dollar. Like to see the dollar get a little bit higher before we top out, maybe 95 and change.
We did that. We went to 95 today.
All right. Well, that's while I was sleeping, probably, you know.
Yeah. And it's come off. Night, you know? It's come off 32 points. So
there you go. So maybe we hit my red line there. How high did it get? 95 and 30.
95 even, I believe.
All right. Well, there you see my red line there was slightly above 95, I think.
Yeah. Let's see.
And so that's the kind of thing we're looking for.
95.03. Last 94.68.
Yeah. What was the high? 95 what?
03.
03. Okay. Here's your gold. Gold is not real thrilling. It's been kind of sick lately, as you know. And now we've kind of rallied to the top of this down channel. So if you're going to do anything, you probably ought to sell it against these tops here. Did we take out these highs in
No.
this morning? All right. Well,
No.
there you go. If you take out that top, then it's a whole different ball game, you know. But until we do, the trend is down. Okay, and we got a
Okay.
full moon right now. And this gold is often been known to turn on the full moon, new moons. You know, here's
Okay.
early April. I think that was a turn right there. Right, I think that was a full moon there. I think there was a new moon in the middle of the month, somewhere around there. So forth. You know.
Okay.
Here's your grains. Hey, folks, if you don't want to use your brains, trade the grains. They love the moon. They love the dance to the moon. They dance to the moon more than Fred and Ginger dance to Hollywood musicals, you know?
Moon
Okay.
dance. Moon dance. Van
Moon dance.
Morrison.
Van Morrison, you know, or
Yeah.
John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, right? Whatever you want to use, right?
I'll
Anyway,
go
so
with
there's your
Van.
corn near the top of the channel there. So it looks like corn could be making a short-term top here. I think longer term, probably corn's probably going higher, but I think we get a short-term top here maybe in the next day or maybe today, you know, or by tomorrow. Here's your beans, kind of the same situation, right up against this downtrend line here. It's do or die for beans in the short term, you know. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's your coffee in a big triangle, big wedgie. There you go. And up against the top of the wedgie there. It's probably going to resolve and break out one way or the other here in the next day or so.
Okay.
And I can not going to go through here without sprinkling in a little foreign currency for you, Dale, right?
Okay.
That's what bros are for, right? So there we go.
Yeah.
June Japanese yen. I'm doing futures, so it's probably upside down to what you folks are used to looking at.
Right.
But there you go. So we went down, down, down. Then we got a bounce. Looks like we could be topping out. By the way, these currencies, if you go back and take 10 minutes to get yourself, you can Google a lunar calendar. It's all free, and it'll take you a few minutes of your time, and it probably will turn out to be the most lucrative 10 minutes of your life. If you go back and look at these currencies and look at the new moon and full moon. And here we go. We're right on a full moon, and the yen has been going up. And a little bounce here. It looks like this thing could roll over here and go back to the downtrend. What do you think on that? You're the currency expert, Dale.
On the yen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be looking to sell this bounce.
Okay. There you go. There's an old top right there, and we're getting up close to that. You see.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you break out over that, then it's a whole different ball game, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And now we've gone through all my charts, and I gave you all the magic times. Let me make sure everybody got the magic times I had here for these. Let's see. We got today is a full moon. We had after the close of the day, we had some things: cocoa, coffee, hogs, oil, stocks, and T-bonds. I think I covered it all. And I don't think we took very long, right?
No, good job, Norm.
And what's that?
Good job.
Thank you. And here's how you learn more about this and get a free if you qualify. In other words, I have certain qualifications because I don't want to waste people's time if they learn this and love this stuff. You got to be able to follow through. You need to have a little bit of money to trade with. That would be good, and maybe have a little bit of experience so I don't have to explain what a futures contract is and that kind of thing. But if you're past that level and you can speak English, then I'd like to help you with a free class and a free subscription, 1-month subscription, and a free class to go through my letter and show you all the different forecasting methods I use. I use Astro. You know, that's what Mr. Gann, any of your folks know about Mr. Gann. W.D. Gann, probably considered the greatest market technician of the 20th century. He was really using astrology. He just didn't tell people very much about that, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what Gann wanted to keep secret, you know, because that was his number one tool, you know. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to teach you that, and then we got also do advanced Fibonacci, and I do fractal models and all the stuff, and I got 50 years of experience. I started studying the markets when I was a teenager. I'm 67 now. I was on the floor in Chicago on the CBOE. For 12 years, also did a stint at the Board of Trade, and so I got a little bit of experience, and so looking forward to sharing my 50 years of market experience with some of you folks, hopefully help you improve your market timing, and so contact me right away, okay, so I can get you in line. I almost got June almost all booked, The classes are individual, one-on-one, personalized based on your level of experience and knowledge. So there you go.
Thank you so much, buddy.
You betcha. And it's all, Dale, it's all free. And if you mention
Yeah.
your name, mention Dale, it's with a money back guarantee.
Yeah.
That's a little joke there, Dale.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Norman. We'll be monitoring it, and I bet there are some people that took screenshots of times to trade S&Ps, which handle stuff.
And please feel free to call me tonight or tomorrow and say, Norm, that was brilliant, or you're an idiot, or whatever.
Yeah, he could take it.
And we'll go over these. Yeah,
right,
we'll go over these times. If they're good, they're good. And if they're not so good, and you know what? This stuff is all empirical, objective information. There's very little room for interpretation here. So that's it. Either it works or it doesn't work.
Yeah, be a machine.
Okay.
Thank you, Norm.
That's it. All you got to do to do this, all you got to do is be a good robot. That's it.
Yeah.
Buy on the weakness, sell on the street. Use a stop.
All right. Well, I encourage people to give Norm a call. This kind of knowledge is disappearing. Everyone's doing algos and black. Everyone has an algo to trade. So
yeah, this is better.
If you want some, learn some things that have been used all the way back to Daniel in the Old Testament, Norm's a great guy to learn from. He's a very patient teacher. So I encourage you at the minimum to give him a call. So thanks so much for your time, Norm. I was anticipating perhaps $1 turn based on what I've learned from you. So I appreciate it.
Very good, sir. Thank you very much for having me on your show. Looking forward to helping some of your folks.
Okay, buddy. So that's a wrap.
Everybody have a great day.
Give Norm a call. That's a wrap for us, everyone. Oh, Dale, can you ask Norm if his program works for people with day jobs or day traders only? You still there, Norm?
Yes, sir.
Does your program work for people with day jobs or day traders only?
The market doesn't care what you do. You can do it. You can do it during the day or not. Or if you want, I can put you in a learning mode where I can show you. I'm gonna show you the secret behind these times, where they're coming from. And if you got a regular job during the day, then you can review these every night, and see if they're working or not. And after a while, you might decide to quit your day job and do this because you might be making more money doing this,
Okay, Norm.
Does that answer the question?
Yeah, and if it hasn't, give Norm a call, and Norm will spend time with you. Okay, guys.
Everybody have a great day.
All right, see you, F.A.C.E. Good hunting. We'll see if we're going to get this dollar peak in the next couple days or so.
I'd only give it 1 day.
Norm would only give it 1 day, so we're off a little bit today. Maybe they'll challenge that high one more time, but starting to fade pretty good here. The only thing that bothers me on the 1 hour is the confirmed high up here, but it wasn't doing it on the 4, or just barely confirmed. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good hunting. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings, and we'll enjoy the full moon. Go outside with your husband or wife or boyfriend and girlfriend and look for the moon in the sky, and just say to them, fly me to the moon and let me dance among the stars. Oh, you didn't like that, huh, Stel? All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I get a little Meshuggah on full moons.
There you go.
See you guys. All right. Thanks, Norm.
You bet.